Hello, happy Tuesday, happy noon. Let's begin on our backs in a supine butterfly position. So we can bring the soles of the feet to touch, let the knees come wide. And if you feel called to bring the heels closer to the glutes, you can. If you want more of like a loose butterfly, you can bring them further away. And you can either let the arms just rest along the side, or if you'd like, you can bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. This is a place where we're just going to begin to tune into our breath, not holding anything in, letting any sighs, any noises out. I'll guide us into a 3-part breathing. So exhaling everything out. And you'll inhale from the belly through the rib cage up to the heart. And then exhale everything out. Back down to the belly. Inhale, belly, rib cage, heart. Exhale from the heart, rib cage, down to the belly. Inhale, belly, rib cage, heart filling up. Exhale, heart, rib cage, belly. Inhale, belly, rib cage, heart. Exhale, heart, rib cage, belly. Inhale, belly, rib cage, heart. Exhale, heart, rib cage, belly. Inhale, belly, rib cage, heart. Exhale, heart, rib cage, belly. And just continue with that, the 3-part breath, inhaling from the belly all the way through up to the heart. And exhaling from the heart through down to the belly. Big breaths in. Big breaths out. Big breaths in. Big breaths out. Big breaths in. Big breath out. A few more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Fill up the lungs. Big breath in. Exhale. One more big breath in here. And exhale everything out. So go ahead and close the knees and hug the knees in towards the chest. And just begin to rock yourself from side to side, massaging the low back. And then go ahead, extend that left leg long, hugging the right knee into the chest. And you can roll the right ankle out if you'd like. One direction and then the other direction. Continuing to breathe here. Your next inhale, hug that knee in a little bit tighter. And then exhale, let that right leg go long. Then go ahead and hug the left knee in towards the chest. Giving that a hug. Begin to roll the ankle out if that feels okay. In one direction, and then the other. Continuing to take big breaths here. Few more breaths. And take another big breath in, hug that left knee in. Exhale, let that left leg go long. And then go ahead and take a nice long stretch, reaching those arms up and over, reaching in opposite direction. Big breath in here. And exhale, hug the knees into the chest. And then go ahead and roll yourself over onto one side or rock and roll yourself up into a seat. Beautiful. From your seated position, go ahead and inhale, reach both arms up high. Big breath in. Exhale the hands to heart. Awesome. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart. You hear those beautiful breaths. Inhale. Awesome. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Awesome. One more inhale here. Exhale the hands to heart. And then go ahead and roll yourself over onto your hands and knees into your tabletop pose. Just going to continue to exaggerate the breath because it is the key to our yoga practice. So go ahead and spread the fingers wide, press down through each fingertip. Imagine that you're pulling the thumb and pinky towards each other so you have a little tiny gap and your hand isn't completely flat here. So you have a little bubble underneath your palm. Go ahead and engage the core. Knees are underneath the waist. And on your inhale, drop the belly, peel that chest forward, look up. Exhale as you press away and round through the spine, tuck the chin in, the tailbone in. Inhale as you drop the belly for cow. Big breath in. Big breath out as you press and round, opening up through the back. Awesome. Continue with this. Inhale for your cows. Exhale for your cats. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And if it feels okay, maybe closing the eyes as you inhale for your cow. Keep them closed as you exhale for your cat. And go ahead and continue on your own with your breath. Let the rhythm of your inhales guide you down and your exhales guide you to round. So continue to let your breath guide you through the movement instead of the movement guiding you through the breath. And if any other movement feels called to your body, if you want to wiggle the hips from side to side, finding a nice stretch, or create some wheelbarrows, some circles in the spine, whatever feels good to you, go ahead and take it. So a few more rounds of your spinal expression. Don't forget to breathe. Keep breathing. Awesome. Take one more round. Exhale for your cat. And then come back to neutral spine. You can either come to sit on the heels or stand on the knees and just shake out the wrists for a moment. Draw some circles. And then we're going to make our way back down onto our hands and knees. And if at any point your wrists get tired, you can always come onto your fists here, creating some fists, like you're punching the ground. So coming back to your tabletop pose, this time we're going to extend the right leg down, or right leg back, hovering it, pointing the toes down, reaching the heel away. So imagine that you're kicking someone, someone's pulling your ankle and then pulling the crown of your head forward. So you're going in opposite direction here. Core is engaged. Breathe here. Big breaths in. We're going to inhale, lift that right leg up. Exhale, tap the toes down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. This time we're going to inhale, lift it. Exhale, draw the knee to the chest. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, knee to chest. Beautiful. Inhale, send it back. And exhale, set it down. Go ahead and rock the hips from side to side. Beautiful. And we'll come to the other side. So go ahead and extend the left leg long this time. Toes point down, heel away, core is engaged. Big breath in here. Big breaths out. Keep focusing on your breathing here. Core is engaged. So we're going to inhale, reach that left leg up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Awesome. This time, inhale, lift. Exhale, draw the knee to chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to chest. Core is engaged. Inhale, extend. Exhale, set it down. Awesome. Go ahead and bring the knees a little bit wider and just start to rock the hips from side to side. Come into a child's pose, bring the knees wide, toes touch, sink the hips back, reach those arms out in front of you. Let the forehead touch your mat, or maybe some hands if it can't quite touch the mat, or some fists, or if you'd like, you can just come up onto the forearms to see if the head can rest. Awesome. So big breaths here. Allow your shoulders to soften, your heart to melt. Big breaths. So from here, I'm going to introduce an Ujjayi breath, which is also known as a meditative breath. If you guys want to try it out, if you're not familiar with it, it's inhales and exhales from the nose with the mouth closed, and it's inhaling to the back of the throat and exhaling from the back of the throat. So it's this audible kind of like ocean sound or Darth Vader sound, whatever you want to call it. So it sounds like this. And if you want to introduce that into your practice today, you're welcome to. This is just a breath that helps get deeper into your practice, into a meditative state. Especially when the pose gets hard. A few more breaths here. If you want to continue to breathe out the mouth, you're always welcome to do that as well. Awesome. So we'll take a big sighing breath together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out. And then go ahead and make your way onto your hands and knees into your tabletop pose again. We'll curl the toes underneath us. Take a big breath in. Exhale, sending the hips up high for your downward facing dog. If you feel called to stay on the forearms today, you can stay on the forearms. So go ahead and bend the knees real deep, sending the hips up high, drawing the navel in. You're pressing that heart towards your thighs. So the knees are really bent here, finding a nice long straightness in the spine. And then start to send the heels towards the mat. They don't need to be touching the mat. Mine are not touching the mat. Spreading the fingers wide. Big breaths here. If you're not practicing Ujjayi breath. From your down dog, bend through the knees, inhale, look forward, exhale, making your way to the top into a forward fold. Bringing the feet mat width or hip width apart, letting the top half of the body go, and you can sway from side to side here, elongating your beautiful spine, bending the knees as much as you need to, letting the head be heavy, slight tuck in the chin, finding a nice length in the back of the neck. So we're going to bend through the knees, press down through the soles of the feet. On your inhale, slowly begin to rise, slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Exhaling maybe at the midway point. And then inhaling, rising, reaching those arms up high. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Slight bend in the knees, tucking the tailbone. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Core is engaged here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Awesome. We're going to inhale, reach up. And exhale, bend through the knees as you hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhaling to your halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Root down to the feet. Inhale, rise again. Reach those arms up. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Filling up those beautiful lungs. Inhale. Exhale. Again, this time inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinging at the hips, forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Go ahead and step that right foot back. We'll rise up into a warrior one. So dropping the back heel at 45 degrees, rising up slowly. Heart is facing forward. So stepping that right foot back if you didn't want to drop the hands down. Left toes are facing forward. Right foot is kind of at an angle, the back of your mat. So go ahead and tuck the tailbone, making sure the shoulders are above the hips here. Heart is forward, core is engaged. So you might find some shake here. This is a pretty strong pose. Opening up through that right hip. Keep a strong knee and just make sure that knee isn't going past the ankle. If it's going past the ankle, go ahead and scooch those toes forward more so it doesn't go past it. Big breath in here. Big breath out. So core is still engaged. Keep that bend in that left knee. Inhale. On your exhale, you're going to hinge and reach those arms back. Hovering here. Strong core. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hinge. Reach back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hinge. Keep that core engaged. Squeezing it. Inhale, rise up. This time, exhale, you're going to open up warrior two. So you're facing the right side of your mat towards the water. Left toes facing towards the front of your mat. Slight tuck in the tailbone. And you can continue to gaze at the water if that's more beautiful, or you can bring the gaze past your left middle finger. I would gaze at the water just because it's more beautiful. But go ahead. I invite you to go ahead and check down. Look at your left knee. Make sure you can see your left toes. If you can't see your left toes, if you find that your knee point is either looking at your toe or to the right, go ahead and scooch the knee open to the left. And again, make sure that knee isn't past the ankle. Awesome. Strong legs here. Inhale, straighten, bring the palms to touch. Exhale, bend right back into it. If the knee goes past, go ahead and scooch those toes forward. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bend. One more inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bend. This time we're going to flip that front palm. Inhale here, reach forward. Exhale, tilt back for your reverse warrior. Keep the bend in that front knee. Big breath in, reach with the left fingertips. And on your exhale, you're going to cartwheel the hands down and step that front foot to meet the back in a downward facing dog. Beautiful. A few breaths here. From here, looking forward, bending to the knees, you make your way back to the top of your mat into that fold. And on your inhale, come up to your halfway lift, flat back, draw the navel in, exhale, forward fold. So do that again. Inhale to your flat back, belly in, roll the shoulder blades away, exhale, fold. Rooting down to the feet as you inhale, rise, reach those arms up, big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart. Awesome. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. And this time we'll step that left foot back, or you can just step the left foot back if you don't want to fold. Rising back up to your warrior one, but other side now. So right toes are facing forward, left toes are back. So right toes forward, left toes back. Awesome. Bending through the right knee. Left or right toes facing forward, heart is lifted. And again, just checking in, make sure the shoulders are above the hips and bring a little tuck in the tailbone. So if you'd like, you can bring the hands onto the hips and then tuck the tailbone in. So you protect your back. So the core is very active here. You might find some shaking. Breathe. Big breaths. Or if you'd like to do ujjayi, you can always do that ujjayi breath. So strong between both legs, core is engaged. Inhale here. Exhale, reach the right arms back as you hinge over that right leg. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hinge, reach back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hinge, reach back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, rise. One more exhale, hinge. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, open up, warrior two, facing the windows. Bending through the right knee. And if you did the other side, you can face towards the water. So bending to that right knee. And again, just checking in, make sure that right knee isn't going inward. So it's drawing out. You're opening up through the hips here, bending through the right knee and making sure it's not over the right ankle. Go ahead and soften the shoulders down the back. Gaze is past that front middle finger. Beautiful. From here, inhale, straighten, bring the palms to touch. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Big breath in, reach. Big breath out. One more inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Flip that front palm, inhale, reach forward, keep the bend in the knee. Exhale, tilt back, reach up. With that right hand also, or left hand if you're facing the other way. Big breath in. Exhale, go ahead and cartwheel the hands down, step it back to your downward facing dog. From your down dog, go ahead and drop the knees down. We're going to keep that core engaged. You're going to try to find a nice long spine here. Palms underneath the shoulders, big breath in. Exhale, lower yourself down, hugging those elbows in along the rib cage. We're going to do some back strengthening here. So go ahead and let the belly rest onto the mat. We're going to bring the arms out into a goalpost. Let the chin rest onto the mat, or you can bring the right cheek onto the mat for a moment just to let yourself rest. I have a mic, so this is kind of hard. Awesome. So from here, go ahead and zip the legs up together. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. So your calves, your thighs, everything is engaged and the kneecaps begin to lift. And then go ahead and bring the chin to center. Engage through the belly. So you're pressing the pelvis down into your mat. Everything's strong here. And on your inhale, go ahead and lift the top half of the body. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it down. One more inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it down. Go ahead and switch cheeks. Bring the left cheek onto the mat now. Let yourself rest. Might even hear your heartbeat. Awesome. From here, when you're ready, go ahead and bring the chin back to center. This time we're going to let the legs come a little wider, and we're going to lift the legs up along with our arms. So press the pelvis into your mat, engaging through the core. Inhale, rise, lifting everything. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. One more inhale, rise. Exhale, release. I'm sorry, two more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Now one more inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Release that cheek onto the mat. Or you can always bring the forehead onto hands if you prefer that. Beautiful. Beautiful breaths. Beautiful work. From here, we're gonna come into cobra pose. So zipping the legs back up together, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. Again, lifting the kneecaps, bringing the palms along the side, along the rib cage. You're gonna squeeze those shoulder blades together. Press the belly into the mat. So engaging the core. Inhale, peel the chest up. Exhale, release. Press those hands into the mat. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. One more inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and press yourself up and back into a child's pose, knees wide, toes touch, releasing through the back. If you prefer to bring the knees a little more closer together for child's pose, for a little embryo pose, you're welcome to do that. Beautiful job. Awesome. From here, making your way back onto your hands and knees into the tabletop pose. So we're going to add on from our balancing pose if you'd like. So go ahead and engage the core and reach that right leg back. Option to stay here. Option to inhale and then exhale, draw the knee into the chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to chest. If you want to add on a little more, you can inhale, reach that left arm forward. Exhale, draw the elbow to knee. Wherever you are, keep breathing, keep that core engaged. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, wherever you are. Exhale, draw it in. A few more. Take one more. And then when you're ready, releasing everything down, shake it out. You're welcome to come sit back or come onto the knees and shake out the hands. Awesome. Then when you're ready, coming back to your tabletop, getting ready for the other side. So extending that left leg long. Option is stay here and breathe, or on your exhales, drawing the knee to chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, extend, maybe adding that right arm. Exhaling, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. And you do not have to go at the pace of my inhales and exhales. You can go on your own. Take this as slow or as fast as your breath. Seeing if you can find a focal point just down in front of you onto your mat. Gazing there as you breathe. Take two more. One more breath. And then exhaling everything down. Shake it out. Rock the hips from side to side. And we're going to go ahead and bring that right foot out to the right side. So the right toes are facing forward. They'll come off of your mat. Yeah. And then go ahead and when you're ready, walk those hands up. So the right toe or the right leg will come off your mat and right toes will face forward. From here, inhale, reach both arms up high. Exhale, let that right arm come down, reach that left arm up and over. Just finding a nice side stretch along the left side of the body. Go ahead and inhale, come back up to a T. And then if it feels okay, exhale, bring that left arm down, reach that right arm up high. So kind of coming into the supported side plank. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, come back up to that T, engage in the core. Exhale, release everything down. Go ahead and draw that right knee back underneath the hip, shake it out. And then when you're ready, come to the other side. So extending that left leg out, left toes will face forward, walking the hands close. Inhaling, reaching both arms up high. Exhale, left arm drops, reach that right arm up and over. Big breath in, big breath out. So keeping the core engaged here, a few breaths. Inhale, coming up to your T. Exhale, maybe dropping that right arm down, left arm comes up for a side supported plank. Big breath in. Exhale, come back to your T. And then on release everything down, come back to tabletop pose, rocking from side to side. And then from here, make your way onto a seat. I'll just face you guys. So bring the soles of the feet to touch and just begin to flutter your butterfly wings. Breathe here. Awesome. We're going to go ahead and extend that right leg long. Bring the left sole of the foot into your inner thigh. Inhale, reach both arms up, draw the navel in, pivot towards that right leg, and then exhale, just fold over that right leg. Maybe we're up here today. Maybe we're down here today, wherever you are. It's great. Breathe. You want to make sure you're able to breathe, so don't force it. If you find that it's hard to breathe, go ahead and take a step back. And your hands don't have to be touching your toes. So wherever you are, I invite you to maybe close the eyes, tuning into your breath. Again, if you find it hard to breathe, maybe walking those hands back a little or finding a bend in your knee to create that space for you to breathe. Few more breaths here. And slowly begin to walk those hands up. And we're just going to take a twist to the other side. So bring that right hand onto the left knee, left hand behind you, taking a little twist. Inhale, exhale, and then come back to center, extending that left leg long this time, right foot into the inner left thigh. Inhale, reaching both arms up, draw the navel in, pivot, and then exhale, fold. And again, you can keep that knee bent as much as you need to. And this side may feel different from the other. That's totally normal. Giving it just as much love with your breath. Giving the space if you need the space. Make sure that you can breathe. Few more breaths. And slowly begin to walk the hands up. This time we'll bring both legs out in front of us. You can move the flesh from underneath so you can find your sit bones. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Draw the navel in, big breath in, reach arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold. And slowly begin to walk those hands up. And so I'll give you an option to either just bring the soles of the feet onto the mat, bring the hands behind you so that fingers point forward. And you can either just lift up to the chest like this, or if you want to come into a reverse tabletop, go ahead and press down through the feet and lift the hips up. Bring the chest up. Strong arms here, wherever you are. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more inhale. And then if you're lifted, exhale everything down. Awesome. Give yourself a hug. And then make your way onto your mats. Coming onto your back. We'll bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. Bring the heels as close as you can to the glutes. Let the arms rest along the side. Palms can face up for now. And if you'd like, you can stay here. Otherwise, if you want to come into a bridge pose, you can flip the palms, press them down into the mat, tuck the tailbone into the mat. And on your inhale, slowly lift those hips up. And on your exhale, slowly bring the hips down. Inhale those hips up. Exhale, hips down. One more time, inhale, hips up. And then exhale, hips come down. Beautiful. We'll hug the knees into the chest, rocking from side to side. And then go ahead and let the knees fall to the right. Maybe arms come out into a T or goalpost. Gaze can stay up towards the ceiling, or if it feels okay on your neck to bring the gaze to the left, you can bring the gaze to the left. Go ahead and draw the knees back into the center. Rocking from side to side. Big breath in here. Exhale, letting the knees fall to the left. Maybe switching the gaze, bringing the gaze to the right, if that feels okay. And drawing the knees back to center. Bring the feet back underneath the knees. Go ahead and cross the right ankle over the left knee, drawing the right knee away from the face and flexing the right toes back. So your toes are flexing back. Option is stay here, or you can draw the left knee in towards the chest, maybe interlacing the fingers underneath the thigh or the kneecap. Big breath in here. Exhale, release that leg down, uncross the right ankle. Let the soles of the feet come to the outer edges of the mat. You can let the knees knock in, windshield from side to side. And then bringing the soles of the feet back underneath the knees, bringing that left ankle to cross over the right knee this time, flexing the left toes back, staying here or drawing that right knee into the chest. Big breath in here. Exhale, release that leg down, uncross the ankle, the knees sway from side to side. And then hugging the knees into the chest, giving yourself a squeeze, big breath in. Exhale, let yourself go for your Shavasana. Then go ahead and bring the shoulders down, away from the ears, let the body be heavy. In these next few moments, just to let yourself melt, allowing the body to relax. The mind to relax. The breath to relax. Your whole entire being to completely relax. And you're welcome to stay in this position on your back. If you'd like to meet me into a seat, you're welcome to slowly make your way into a seat. Wherever you are, bringing the hands to the heart center. Taking a few big breaths here. Breathing into the heart space. And I invite you to think of something or someone that brings joy into your life, or a pet that brings joy into your life. That feeling of gratitude, that feeling of love that you may have. I invite you to bring it into yourself, into your body, for all that it can do. Your breath, for allowing you to be here on earth, your life force of energy. And your being for being you, because there's no one on this earth that is like you. Thank you guys. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you.